I am going to try this pickle kombucha. This is B365 Whole Foods Market brand, and I am re-recording this how I've been doing postpartum video while I sip on this. So I'm trying this for the first time. It just sounded interesting, so I figured why not try it? I mean, I like pickles. Not crazy about pickles, but I like pickles, and it just sounded like an interesting flavor. And the fact that if they committed to this flavor, then it had to have been good to someone. Okay, I gently switched it, so I just didn't want it to it smells interesting. I like the way it smells, actually. It does smell like dilly. I like it. I really like it. I guess it should be unsurprising that pickle flavor would actually work as a kombucha, because the fermentation, right? Anyways, if you like pickles, I say try it. And if you like kombucha, I also say try it. It's actually a good flavor. I'm really into that. I wasn't sure if I'd ever get the burp. Oh, that's great. That was a good executive decision. Okay. Where do I start? I am officially, well, I guess I should introduce myself. My name is Suvani, and I am 5 months postpartum, about 5 months and about a week postpartum. I had a daughter. Well, I have a daughter, but I didn't know that I had a girl. We waited until birth, which was really hard, because there were a lot of times that I wanted to just find out, and I had the results, like I had access to the results, but my partner wanted to wait, so I waited too, because I'm not great or even good at keeping like big things from him. So yeah, I kept on saying, like, all right, like I'll wait too. And I would ask him. I asked him like here and there. I would say, like, are you sure you don't want to find out? Because both of us, and maybe it was due to my wishful thinking and influence, that he had also believed that we were having a boy, but nope. this is his second daughter, but when we found out, it was like, oh, there wasn't any disappointment. And actually it made sense within, maybe it was like the day after, because the first night and morning was just us being in awe, me being in awe of her, and also the entire experience, what I experienced during labor and birthing her. I mean, I was also in awe of myself and everything that I endured, because it was a really intense labor, and I guess it could have been longer. I labored, including early labor, for around 30 hours, and yeah, it was around hour, oh my gosh, can I even math right now? Around like the 6th or 7th hour, labor got, like, it was getting intense enough for me to want outside help. So I worked with a team of midwives, and I also, pretty last minute, took on a doula. So I believe I was talking to her, saying that I was feeling like I might need help, and that was like around 7 p.m. She ended up arriving around midnight, and then one of the midwives came around 3 a.m. They were with me for a really long time, but this isn't a birth story video. It's just, I mean, all of that is naturally relevant to my postpartum journey. I had read that a woman can process her birth experience and her labor for years to come, and I found that to be true over the span of these past 5 months. Just like how, well, in its own way, just like how when someone asks me how I'm doing, how I am, when I think about that experience, I might feel similar feelings, but I still feel stumped, or sometimes, many times, I'll still feel stumped when it comes to finding the words to describe, to encompass. It's challenging. It's challenging to find the words to encompass all that it was and is now, months later. And yeah, so I wanted to record this video of me talking or about how I've been doing postpartum, how I've actually been doing, because I have really been all over the place, and every single time someone has asked me how I am, how I'm doing, I feel like there's the reply that I give, the answer that I provide, and then also just the physical, emotional, spiritual, mental response that I feel, that again I'm not always able to find like the words. I feel like there's no way to find all the words to encompass it all, everything that I'm feeling, what I am going through, because I myself don't know, or I'm still processing it. It's like, so it's this endless, continuous processing. So yeah, it's been, how I'm doing has just been like this weird question. And like I want to give an answer when people ask me, but I guess I'm also okay with saying I don't know. Changes. Just like how change is inevitable, I have felt and continue to feel changes, some that I am able to describe and put into words, and many that I'm not, because there's either happening in real time or still unfolding, and there's so much change that's yet to come, and I'm not fighting it. It helps to surrender to where I'm at in at any given moment, versus placing an expectation, or placing expectations on myself to be a certain way. For example, with the remote job that I have had for the last 3 years. Sorry. Whereas I was a lot more on it before, now that my priorities have drastically changed, but also in no shock or surprise to anyone, because I already wanted to be a mother. I've always wanted to be a mother and knew that I was meant for motherhood. And also the friend whose company I work for, I, as a sharer, being that I work with my friend, I had already shared that, you know, I wanted to be a mother, and I knew that when that time came, I mean, everything would change. A lot would change, and I wasn't sure what that would mean in terms of my position, the role that I've played in this company for the last few years. And it's been hard. While I was on maternity leave, before I came back, I was absolutely terrified, because I wasn't sure how I was going to juggle it all, how I was going to manage it all, and it's challenging, in so many ways, and not just physically, not just the physical juggling of working and also do my best to pay attention to my daughter, but it is also the emotional strain that I feel, knowing that I'm not giving my daughter my full and undivided attention. And granted, even if I didn't have my remote job, I would still have other things that I would be giving portion of my time and attention to. But I guess since I aspire to since the work that I actually aspire to do is creative